down the center, dividing two large valleys with a lot of water on both sides. We've got rivers, we've got lakes, so it's a mixed territory. It's going to be for levels 50 to 60, which is going to be slightly tougher than what you've seen over in the Blaze Ridge Steppes. Let's see, we got large amounts of water, and with that water creatures, we've got crate in the area, we've got quaggan in the area. Now crate, I don't think we've talked a lot about those races.
We don't need to go into it
Yeah,
too much.
okay.
Yeah, we can let's just do an overview, and then we'll go into real depth
And
on the one that we picked.
In the north, to the north, we got the Shiver Peaks. We have a lot of Norn in the area. We also have a lot of Silfari. Also down in the lower left-hand side, we have some Orient Undead.
Okay.
So that is Timberland. Timberland
Okay.
Falls.
Let's go to the next one. How about Flame?
Big Grown Flame. That's a higher level area, level 60 to 70, and this is the area of the Flame Legion. Flame Legion, the fourth of the legions, the one that's currently on the outs with the other legions. This is one of their main areas. This is an area of a lot of blasted landscape. It has tar pits and tar lakes, a little bit of mountains and snow in the upper left-hand corner, and in the lower left-hand corner we have a strong Brawling camp.
Okay. So lots of char.
Lots of char.
Yeah.
Whether we have the Flame Legion, we have the other legions who have outposts keeping an eye and contending with the Flame Legion.
Okay. So now Headland.
This is Headland, which is the Alrathi hinterlands. This is Centaur territory. The Centaurs control this area. They run it. So basically, where you find humans, they're going to be heavily entrenched, on the defensive, on the run, in hiding. So we have you see all these camps that are located. Those are all Centaur camps. River running through the middle of it. So we got some water there. This one is slightly lower level than Blaze Ridge. This is going to be level 35 to 45.
Okay. Okay, so those are the three maps that we have to choose from. What we're going to do here is ask you guys to kind of vote on what we want to see. We'll see if we can reach a general consensus. So who really wants to put our event in Alpine Timberland, where we have our Norn, our Silvari, and our underwater and lots of snow and things like that? So, people like that one. Okay, yeah, you can't vote for all three. We do have to finish this at some point. So, Regrown Flame with our char. Who likes that? Okay, clearly, I think we're seeing a winner here.
Okay.
Our Centaur area, Valley Headland. Okay. Okay, so clearly Alpine Timberland is where we want to go. Okay.
Timberline Falls.
So let's talk a little more in depth about this. So why don't we start with a few of the creatures that are in there that we haven't seen before.
Okay.
So let's start with our quaggan. How about we talk about quaggan?
Quaggan are one of our underwater races. They are a relatively pacifistic race. As you can see, they tend to be a little roly-poly. They are, as a result, in this world, they get beaten up a lot. But they are, very dedicated, and true, and noble. They tend to talk like this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Our voice actors had a lot of fun playing. Go with Eeyore right there. However, yes, don't make a quaggan mad, because if you make them too angry, they will hulk out. And the lips peel back and the huge jaws come out, and they just get and they feel horrible about it afterwards. But when you have an angry quaggan, you have your hands full.
Indeed.
Okay. Very passive aggressive.
Okay. How about the crate, who are some bad guys?
The crate are just totally reprehensible. They are you know, an unlovable race. Whereas the quaggins, you can help, you can work with them, you can work against them. The crate are underwater slavers. Serpentine in nature. You've seen, I think, you've seen a few of them swimming in some of our trailers. They take slaves from the surface area. They set up these huge wrecks and spires in the middle of.
Wrecks and spires, like.
Okay.
Like
yes.
this?
Yes.
Yes.
Where they keep their slaves. So basically, they eat them. They use them for labor. They use them for food. They're pretty reprehensible.
So we saw some crate in Eye of the North, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these crate are a little bit different. These guys are from kind of more the depths,
They're
right?
more from the depths. They come up the rivers and the streams.
So that's one thing that.
They're found in most bodies of large water.
So similarly to how the Asura and the Script, we've talked a little bit about that, how you see them sort of unprecedented, you haven't seen them before. We're seeing a lot of these underwater races because down in the depths somewhere there's the sea dragon who is driving the as yet unnamed sea dragon who is not unrevealed, true, we know what his name is. Who have
Okay, tell
who
us.
have driven all of these underwater races up to the surface, and so that's why we're seeing the quaggan and the crate and a few others.
Right.
We actually won't talk about.
The crate love to pick on the quaggin.
Yes, they do. They are sort of natural entities. We also, however, have some Grawl in this map, right?
Right. Grawl we know from the GW1, and while many of the races have advanced over the period of 250 years, the Grawl are pretty much still that simian tribal race. The Char used them as shock troopers during GW1. They're mostly left to their tribal nature right now. They are animistic in that they worship items in nature. In Blaze Ridge Steppes, you see a whole bunch of Grawl who are worshiping one of the shards from the serum.
And in this case, this picture that I have up here is actually the concept artwork
Yes.
for a particular thing that's going on in this map.
Yes.
Which is what you want to talk
You
about?
want to talk about the Mighty Ooh?
Talk about the mighty
Mighty
Ooh.
Ooh. Basically, this is, I don't know how much do we want to review?
We can just say the basic setup.
The
This
basic
chain
setup.
is open for redesign if you want that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
because we have a large, natural structure here, and the Grawl are worshiping it, and it does talk to them. So
Yes.
Ooh gives orders here, and can we go the whole way with this?
Yes.
Yes. This is great and powerful Oz time, in the fact that Ooh is occupied by an Asura. And the Asura is taking advantage of the Grawl's workforce by being their god.
Indeed. Yeah. Typical Asura behavior.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Orient Undead in this map, right?
Yes, we do.
The southern part.
Creatures from Or.
Yeah.
They've been spreading out as well from the wreckage of Or up through the Sea of Sorrows and up through the lakes and streams. So we're seeing a lot more of them. They are dragon minions. They are corrupted forms. These are the corpses of the original Orions who were sunk 250 years ago that have been brought back to life and reanimated. So that's one reason they have all this aquatic nature and anchors and seaweed still growing on them and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got those. So we can take a look at, and maybe Colin, if you want to talk a little bit about what's going on here.
Events.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
events in the area. So.
Just a few.
So let's talk about just some of the events, maybe some of the ones that stand out to you.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of stuff going on this map. A lot of these things are kind of just ideas that we've thrown out so far. Some of the ideas you guys come up with today may end up changing the things that we do in this map. But conceptually, some of the big things going on, down in the southwest corner of the map, you've got the Orient Undead that are starting to push their way up. And you have a number of fortresses along that area, and small
I'm going to go
outposts.
ahead and go over and point stuff out.
Yeah. So, two fortresses. We have the forces of the Vigil, which is one of the player organizations, that are scattered.